I want to take a moment in this video and talk about the importance of hand speed to voltage, and I want to share some of my opinions about that. When I first started, I used to think that needle depth was probably of the utmost importance, and that's something that I should really gain a grasp on. Don't get me wrong, it really is important. However, if I can go back, this is what I would change. I would primarily focus on hand speed to voltage and aligning that. I would focus on hand speed to voltage for lining, shading, dot work, all the techniques that I want to practice. I do feel that needle depth is something that we're going to gradually work up into and develop over the course of time, while hand speed to voltage is something that's more immediate and needed up front, especially if we're taking the road the correct way by practicing within like tattoo workbooks, fake skin, and then when we're ready, moving on to human skin. If you find this video helpful, consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribing to my channel, as I would greatly appreciate your support. Now in this video, I'm not just going to ramble, well, I'm actually going to ramble a lot, but however, I'm actually going to give you real world demonstrations. We have to understand this. When it comes to hand speed to voltage, that is really where the key is at, in my opinion. As I've mentioned, gradually developing needle depth. However, when it comes to aligning our hand speed to our voltage, we're gonna see immediate results. And I feel like learning hand speed to voltage first really gives us a better sense of what needle depth actually feels like. With hand speed to voltage, we do get to see the different results that we get if we go too light, if we're just about right, or if we go too deep. So let's take a look at this demonstration here. I want to kind of talk about hand speed to voltage real time as I'm actually doing it. I do go over what I'm about to talk about in this video in depth within the Fundamental Tattoo Handbook. And in this handbook, I cover many topics including needle depth, how to deal with difficult clients. We go over dot work, shading. Everything that we're going to need when we first start out tattooing is going to be listed in here. Sterilization, there's even exercises in the back, so that way you can practice directly into the book on the things that you learn along the way. This book will be available in the description below, and I'll also leave it in a pinned comment so that way you can check it out on your end. If you don't click those, and you can go over to Amazon.com, type in Daniel Yuck, and then you will see this book amongst an assortment of others pop right on up. It's important to take note that what I'm going to be sharing with you here in this video is going to be for lining specific. However, you can adjust the variables that I'm going to be giving you in this video to fit whatever technique and When it comes to lining our hand speed to voltage, there are a couple of variables that I'm considering, especially when I am lining. I'm considering the stroke of the machine that I am using, the needle line weight that I'm going to be needing, and basically the distance between my point A and point B. That last one we'll touch base on in a bit. The first two are actually really important. So when I line, I personally prefer to use a tattoo machine of like a 4.2 millimeter stroke or above. That's going to be subjective. Some artists prefer using a 3.5, while others prefer using a 4. You get the idea. But for me, I prefer to use anywhere from like a 4 to, let's say, 4.5 millimeter stroke, just because when I line, the needle is in and out, it hits harder. I'm able to deposit the ink in a clean, solid, consistent, saturated manner first try when I go with a higher stroke needle. However, let's say if I'm going to be shading and doing like, let's say, a lot of stipple shading dominant work, or if I'm going to be doing like smooth shading for like realism, if I ever start taking on that style of tattoo, then I'm probably going to want to use like a stroke of like maybe a 2.5 to 3.5, something on the softer end, so that way I get a softer of a hit. That's actually really important. If I'm hitting the skin and I'm trying to get realistic shades, but we're hitting the skin too rough or too hard with the wrong stroke, I'm gonna either go too dark too quickly, or I'm not gonna get the smooth blends that I need. So you can kind of see how we're gonna have to compensate depending on the techniques and outcome that we are wanting from our tattoos. With hand speed to voltage, the main variable that I am considering is the technique that I'm using. So for this video, we're going to be doing lining. When I line, if I'm going to be using, let's say for example, a 4.2 millimeter stroke tattoo machine, then typically I will set my voltage to around 6 to 7 volts. I rarely will ever exceed 7 volts. It really just depends. Now, that voltage range is going to be pretty much for anything with a 7-round liner and above. So this is going to be for 7-round liners, round shaders as well, all the way from like, let's say 9-round liner in that area, all the way up to around 111 round shaders. So even with a heavier line weight, I will still be at a voltage of around 6 to 7 volts, because we are specifically talking about lining. Understanding this part is crucial, which is why I'm taking my time talking about it, because I need you to understand that the gear that we are using is of the utmost importance and is directly going to contribute and impact the results that we output. So when it comes to aligning my hand speed to voltage, once I've gotten my gear locked and aligned, once I've gotten all that ready, what I'm going to do is first and foremost identify my point A and B. Where am I starting? Where am I ending? After that, another variable quickly follows, and it's all kind of natural, happening in unison, where the first thing is my A to B point. After that, I'm going to start prioritizing my posture and my position. Keep in mind, I'm running at around 6 to 7 volts, so I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to accommodate by adjusting, identify A to B, and then when I do that, I'm going to bring the line from A to B as cleanly as I can. I am going to be tapering out mildly from the entry point all the way out to the exit point. So both of my lines do get a taper in and out, so that way when I connect lines, there's no like bulby point, rounded points that meet. Now keep in mind, I'm going over these variables because they're all going to work in unison. So once I align my hand speed to my voltage, A to B, I get comfortable posture position. I'm going to make sure that my needle angle is correct. And then once I'm right around this area right here, then I can begin comfortably tapering in and committing to the line. I know where I'm going, I have my stability for my posture, my position, and I'm ready to deposit a line because I have my gear lined with the outcome that I am needing. In my opinion, it's very important that we follow some sort of structural flow that allows us to accomplish the results that we are needing. For this demonstration here, I am using a 25 round shader from Ink Claw. So I am pushing 25 needles into the skin, and I am accomplishing that line weight integrity each and every single time I tattoo. But because I'm following this fundamental foundation that allows me to stay within this confine of quality, I don't really exceed above a certain quality and I don't go beneath it. I found my niche where I'm at, and I found where I'm comfortable with my current skill sets and capabilities, and that's what I'm going to work off of. And that's basically what I'm trying to relay here. Now, once we're kind of doing all of this, don't focus on needle depth. Focus on the ideology of allowing your needle enough time to make enough rounds to deposit the ink in a clean, solid, consistent, saturated manner. So if I'm running at 6 volts and my needle is doing around this many times per second and I move too quickly, none of this got saturated with any ink at all. So we have to pay attention to the hand speed to voltage, and we have to give the needle enough time to make its rounds each and every single part of whatever we are depositing. And this right here is the key. Now, the variables that work up into the key are crucial. You can't have one without the other. You gotta have the stability for clean, solid, consistent, saturated lines. You gotta have the good angle. You gotta know where you're going and where you're gonna finish. You gotta have the tapers. Now, in my opinion, tattooing is a slow burn process that requires time, effort, and patience, and there's no way around the progress but through it. And you're going to hear me talk about that a lot within the Fundamental Tattoo Handbook that I mentioned a moment ago here in this video. If you don't prioritize your posture and position, then you're more prone to going off course when you're inputting a line or a certain area. If you don't prioritize your A and B point, then you're not going to know when you need to taper in and out. Now, let's say if you're also not prioritizing your comfortability as well, then you're also more prone to having awkward angles, which could lead to inconsistent lines as well. I mean, you could have lines that fluctuate in line weight, or you could have lines that fluctuate in saturation. Both of them are bad. When we go for a tattoo, the outcome that we envision in our head and the outcome that we kind of show the client should be the outcome that we are very close to getting, if not almost identical. So the idea behind it is you have to have a base foundation to structurize the way that you're going to be tattooing. And in my professional opinion, if you are just starting out, focus on figuring out how to align your hand speed to your voltage, and then you're gonna start seeing cleaner, solid, consistent, more saturated lines. And then you're gonna not only see that, but you're also gonna see within a little bit more time how needle depth kind of follows right behind that technique or that aspect of tattooing. If there is anything at all to take from this video, it's to focus on your hand speed to your voltage. Needle depth will naturally follow. Learning hand speed to voltage early on is going to be important. It's going to contribute to cleaner lines, cleaner technique, just cleaner results. And on top of that, needle depth will be much more easier to learn because you already have the concept and understanding of matching your hand speed to your voltage, allowing your needle enough time to do what it needs to do. And that right there really is the main point of this video. That is the main takeaway. I do go over this in depth in the Fundamental Tattoo Handbook, which is now available on Amazon and Barnes & Noble. I will be leaving links in the description below and in a pinned comment so you can check this book out, read it at your own pace. There is a lot of valuable and useful information in here that you can use to better your tattooing career. Now, that right there is the idea of hand speed to voltage. The idea is to let the needle make enough rounds to deposit the ink in a clean, solid, consistent, saturated manner. The idea is when we're letting the needle make its rounds, we're essentially dragging the needle across the layers of the skin so that way it has enough time to deposit the ink the way that we need it to be deposited. Once again, this is of the utmost importance, and I really can't exhaust how important this actually is. Sorry, I thought there was something wrong with my camera lens, but it was actually just a glare. So yes, long story short, that's the idea. Focus on hand speed to voltage. I guarantee you needle depth will follow and be a lot more easier to understand. Should you have any questions, feel free to drop a comment below. I'll do my best to assist in the best possible direction. If you found this video helpful, consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribing. I would greatly appreciate the support. With that being said, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day.